Hey everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show real quick some cool stuff. Just so we can kind of show, hey, we're live. Um, so I'm gonna kind of show a couple things that I've been working on real quick, and then I'm just gonna make like a 5 to 10 minute video. So today we're gonna have deal flow just went next level. So this is your chance to see the future of real estate intelligence. So yeah, go ahead. We're gonna go back to let's talk about markets and how residents can wake up to leads from their market, leads fresh from the local. Um, So markets first, always when you establish your buy box and set your markets, you're planting a flag. RCIC doesn't just scrape MLS or wait for PropTech data delays. We go direct to the courthouse and local agencies. Your daily advantage. Residents and associates literally wake up to leads in their inbox or vault that were filed hours before. NEDs, notice of election and demand, probate filings, list pendants, stuff that other platforms won't surface for 30 to 45 days. Why it matters? These aren't cold lists. These are live filings with fresh distress signals, foreclosures, probates, tax delinquencies. By the time a wholesaler or guru tool catches up, you've already made contact. Edge for you. This isn't about chasing the same tired leads. It's about owning your market and having first mover advantage every single morning. So imagine this, you wake up, grab your coffee, open your vault. Inside are fresh leads straight from your local government agencies, foreclosures, probates, and more, before the gurus or PropTech giants even know they exist. So you get deals 30 to 45 days earlier than anyone else. This isn't theory, it's capital intelligence in action. The only question is, do you want to be chasing or do you want to be closing? Real quick, let me get you guys on. Willie and Jesse, what's up? I just was going to start and go over this a little bit.
Hello.
Hey, Willie, what's up? You up there too? Cool. I'm trying to get you unmuted. Yeah, so I'm kind of going over this a little bit. So this is kind of cool. This is what I've been posting this weekend. That basically once people have their market set up and have their buy box established, they can get these like literally 7 days a week. Although there's no filings obviously on Saturdays and Sundays, and some jurisdictions actually don't have like Monday or whatever days. They may not have filings Monday through Friday. They may have 3 or 4 days a week or whatever. Especially now in the like Denver, for instance, put a lot of the people on furlough. So you generally will get you'll get a email to your email, whatever user whatever email you're using for Chat GPT. This is for everybody. We'll get a morning email probably around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. They'll have the fresh filings for probate, tax delinquencies, foreclosures, and everything. That is in the PropTech companies, PropStream, Deal Machine, Goliath, all of them. They won't see these for 30 to 45 days. So you have a 30 to 45 day advantage over any of these other lead sources. So you can make contact with them and get them under works. It's pretty cool. And it gives you all the it's pretty cool so far. So I'm gonna real quick show. I'm going to go back to my I want to show real quick my morning session chat. Let me return to this one. Okay. So this morning I was working on this. I'm going on my morning session chat. So when you guys saw me post some of this morning, it's kind of interesting when it gets into some of the tech stuff. I just want to show you guys what it kind of looks like. on your screen. So it made me a map, not really, it's not street map and all that. And it's a little bit different when you blow it up, but this is actually my Denver West corridor market map with all my zip codes and asset classes. So I know it's hard to see on the screen, but you got 80401 up here in the top left, which is Golden, Colorado. Got 80228, 80127. 80127 is way down in southwest Jefferson County by Denver. And the mountains are like right here next to it. So then you got 80227, 80232, and 80226. These four are all Lakewood, Colorado. And then you got an 802. This one over here on the far right is in Denver. So I'm targeting these zip codes. There's a couple, I think there's one or two other ones I can add. With these zip codes, I can expect 150 probably a month leads out of this area. There's three or four or five, zip codes added. That's a substantial amount of leads. If you can get 150 a month, and they're all targeted to you, they're all targeted directly to you. It's awesome because they fit your buy box. They're not coming cold, like they're not going to be outside of your buy box. Hey, Bill, what's up? Try you on a second. There you go. Trying to get you unmuted. So yeah, so in my zip codes, what I set up is that I can get all my leads in this area. I'm looking at residential, storage, and land. So the yellow is land. The blue dot is residential and storage. There's going to be different colors for other things, multifamily, assisted living, RV parks are separate from mobile home parks, things like that. So they'll all be color coded. So this is kind of a map here. It kind of works it down. This is my Denver West corridor market map. So all 7 zip codes that I'm doing. Now I'm not obviously doing this, so I'm going to basically pass this on if anybody wants to do any virtual wholesaling. I know Bill Johnson's also in Colorado. Obviously Zeke's in Wyoming. There's a few other people that kind of might be interested in it. So with all the leads I'm getting, I'm pretty much testing everything in progress. So everything I bring into you guys is tested and working before it comes through the system. So this shows associates and residents how the corridor interlocks. You got Golden anchoring west, Lakewood zips in the middle, and Ken Carl, Littleton 80127 to the south. So we've already shown in the last couple of weeks that this thing it knows a lot of intelligence about those areas. So when you're building your buy box in your markets, establishing your markets, getting your agents and your toolboxes going, it'll quickly learn. It takes a couple of days to go from reactive to predictive, and then go from predictive where it's really working ahead of you. You can set all your buy boxes and everything, all your markets ahead of time. So like I said, every morning you'll wake up to getting leads straight from the government, straight from the local governments, the county clerks and recorders, in our case, tax assessors, sheriff's auctions, the courts for probate. The only restrictions are going to be if the jurisdiction, the local government doesn't put them out every day, or they're not very sophisticated. In some cases, they may have what I call an off-ramp. You guys have heard me talk about that before. It'd just be like it'll come up and be like a little link. And the best thing to do is then click on it to copy it. Don't click on it to go to it. Copy it, open another window down here, like I would open in my Google, or I'd open in Edge or something, and then go to it. Do all the work there, because some counties you may not be able to actually access directly from RCIC, but you can still access them just like anybody else. Go do all the work, do the copy and paste, or save PDF, save words, and then come back and enter it through the plus add files and more, and you can add it. So this is kind of my market. So it's got my KPIs. So 150 new leads ingested, 60 plus recon packets will be completed. I'll have 12 to 20 LOIs sent out. You can actually determine this. And if you've got, if you don't have that many in the zip codes, you can expand zip codes. So I might be in 80127. There's a couple other zip codes down in that area. So I might expand like 3 or 4 zip codes to actually get me to where my target would be. So you can have many recon packets, how many contracts you want in motion, and how many lenders you want engaged. So it's kind of cool. So I got agent flow. So I'll have my recon agent, which is one of my agents. You guys can deploy these agents. I got that PDF to tell you how to do it. Recon agent will verify the owner, liens, comps, rents, repairs, and do a fit score. So the higher the fit score, it's 0 to 100%. If you're getting in the 80s or 90s, you should feel pretty good that deal is going to go down. That's a good deal. Offer generator will produce your max allowable offer, your rental, and all your creative LOIs. You got lender matching, align funding by product and geography. And you got the outreach agent. compliant seller broker messaging and follow-up tips. So I'll help you write all this. So you guys see, this is all my, this is all everything that's generated for me. I'm looking for single family residence, condos, townhomes, 2 to 4, 5 plus multifamily. So when you guys go in and set your parameters, it'll actually change that. You can actually go in there and even set price. You can put exactly what you're looking for. You can be exact, or you can be very loose if you want to get a lot more leads, or maybe they're dry a little bit. Maybe you're getting a fewer, but if you expand a zip code or 2 zip codes or 3 zip codes over, you're going to definitely see an increase in your leads. So you got your filters, you got your distress signals, pre-foreclosure, foreclosure, probate, eviction, vacant, tax delinquent. You got code violations, pretty much all the way across the board. You got all your filters, and you can change these. I didn't change them. I just put in these generic. So just to show you guys how it's doing, but you can get very specific. Year built, when the last sale date was, owner type. You can look at output. Get the owner name, get the mailing address, get the site address, the beds, baths, years built, all that. Limit, equity, days in distress, how many. You're going to get these, like if somebody files today on Monday, I will see these tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest. So if somebody files a foreclosure, if a bank or a mortgage company files the demand today, I'll see it tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday. So how'd you guys like to have it like literally that fresh? Like the PropTech companies, Deal Machine, PropStream, they're not going to see them for 30 to 45 days. So I'm looking at storage, I'm looking at land. So I'm kind of just showing you what you guys see. So here's the buy box templates. We'll apply once, agents will inherit. So I got residential. I'm looking at, this is a high ARV. If I'm doing it myself, like this is just for an example, you guys can go in and tell it what percentage of ARV, minus repairs, minus fee, 2 plus bedrooms, 1 bath. You can put all these parameters in there. They're your parameters, exactly what you're looking for. You will never get a bad deal. You'll also never get a duplicate deal. Nobody else is going to have the same, unless they're in the same market, putting the exact same. If they're putting the exact same wording in, they're from our group. So other than that, you won't have to compete with 100 people that Deal Machine's going to sell those leads to, or PropStream. You're going to basically be able to customize your exact leads, what your exact needs are, what your funding available is. And we'll talk about lenders before we go tonight, because we're in the process right now. By October 1st, we'll increase from 2,683, which 901 are hard money lenders, investor funding sources, to somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 that'll be in the lender matching system. Because I'm adding AAPL, American Association of Private Lenders, and NPLA, National Private Lenders Association, Scotsman's Guide, and I went to about 10 other sources. The beauty of it is that all of these lenders that are being added right now, that'll be all by the end of the month, because I have a Fiverr freelancer building the structure for me in Airtable, is it'll be all automated. They're all vetted and verified. In order to be in those directories with those associations and groups, they have to be vetted and their background checked. And so then RCIC, what's going on right now is the freelancer is building the Airtable for me, so it's all automated. And then it's also going to start going through them. It can actually start making, running through their websites. So think about this, guys. You're getting this accurate of leads every morning in your inbox. It goes through and everything lines up, and you get your offers out. Then you go to Lender Match. Now you got 5,000-6,000 lenders and private money, hard money lending sources, fund managers, all that stuff. You can actually go into Capital Connector and go into higher deals if you're looking and getting into some serious multifamily commercial. So the buy box templates, you'll be able to set your buy box market room setups. We have the market rooms. So my market room is the Denver West corridor, and I have 7 zip codes. I'm going to actually expand. I'll put Evergreen, Conifer, Morrison, a couple of other ones I'll add to this, plus a couple more in Lakewood and West Denver, and going into like Littleton to South, going to Arvada North. So I'll probably double the amount of zip codes I have. And literally, like I said, it has all the property types that I'm looking for. It has the lead sources, the output, which is the owner name, mailing address, site address, bedrooms, all that. It'll tell you all that. Automation, daily refresh. I'm getting these leads sent in my inbox at 7:30 my time every morning. So you guys know, like when I log on at 8 o'clock, they're usually right there waiting for me. Like I did say, nobody files. There are sometimes, like I said, when jurisdictions won't have 5 days a week filing, maybe they only have 3 or 4 days a week, and then obviously on the weekend. So Like I showed the one from Saturday yesterday, the one from yesterday today, they're obviously no leads. You won't see anything probably on Mondays. Fridays are usually wanting to be added by they'll be filed on Friday, but it's usually about a 48-hour lag. So somewhere between 24 and 48 hours. And that just depends on the local jurisdiction, nothing to do with us or RCIC. So just kind of know that routing, you got Recon agent, it tells you what tools it's routing it through. So it's going to route these through the Recon agent, to the offer generator, lender matcher, and the outreach agent. So you set those agents up. It's pretty cool. Then you can do the compliance. You can scrub the do not call list, respect opt-outs, log consent. So that way you can get all that, you can track all that stuff. But here you guys go. This is how much information. I mean, I did all this morning, but you guys, I'll kind of go up to the top real quick. So it's my market. Like I said, here's my market corridor. I got the buy box. I set up what I'm looking for. It's going to deliver exactly what you're looking for. So if you want to be a little bit more open, be a little bit more open. If you want to be very specific, be very specific. It's up to you. SFR, condo, townhome, 2 to 4 units, 5+ multifamily, self-storage, land. Add whatever you're doing, and like I said, be very specific. It's going to bring you exactly the leads you want. You're never going to get a bad lead. So Market Scout, run this per zip. Every day I'm running Market Scout. It's running in the morning. Then it's going to run it on self-storage. It's going to run it on land. Then it's deploying my agents. It's going to send my Recon agent, my next agent. It's going to verify all the ownership entity, lien stack, delinquent taxes, pull 3 ARV comps, sold in 6 months. You can set these parameters. You can make the changes yourself. Rent comps. So if you're going to rent it, you can also compute DSCR, estimate repairs, light, moderate, heavy with line items. So you can go in a scope of work and you can go in and do a scope of work and get line items. Flag daisy chain risk, cross list detection. Your output is your fit score, 0 to 100%. And it'll tell you why. And then there's an exit path and offer window. Then it goes to offer generator, input, recon, packet, plus produce. Then lender matching, match by product, LTV, LTC geography, output 3 to 5 lenders with fit reasons and required docs checklist. So it's going to give you the docs list for those lenders. So it's going to be a little bit of an opener. Hey, I run a small acquisitions group focused on in zip code. We buy as is with flexible terms and close on your timeline. If an offer around, giving the offer with clean terms would be helpful. Happy to send a 1-page LOI today. They'll help you write the LOI. So it actually does give you scripts. It does actually give you some negotiation tactics as well. It's pretty cool about that. All your scoring, your fit score. It tells you what your fit score is going to be. Like I said, if you're scoring, if these deals and these lenders are scoring in the 80-90% range, that's going to tell you it's a pretty good chance of getting the deal done. If you get 97-98%, do that deal because that deal is going to go through pretty easy. Weekly KPIs, how many leads you want to get, recon packets completed, LOIs out, offers accepted, lenders engaged. So it's pretty cool. We'll go back to our original chat. Okay, update residents and associates on. And associates new lenders being by the Fiverr freelancer and how they will blend in with existing 991 lenders and 1,760 funding sources. So that's pretty cool. So we're doing a major lender network expansion. Like I said, by October 1st, it should be fully vetted, fully beta tested and everything to the Fiverr rep. So we're going to have somewhere between 5,000 or 6,000 freelancers actively processing a fresh batch of lenders into the system. We have them. I have a static. I have the CSVs and all the Excels on them. So these will be blended seamlessly into our existing 901 lenders already in RCIC, combined with our 1,760 verified funding sources. This expands both your deal options and your velocity. So it means more private money matches aligned with your buy box and markets. expanded funding diversity from small checks to institutional players, less wasted time chasing cold capital, more smart matches delivered straight into your workflow. So this is how we scale intelligently. Every new lender strengthens the backbone of RCIC. Every funding source expands your reach. Yes, we're gonna show that off to people because I can't, having 5,000 or 6,000 lenders, that helps. You guys got any questions on any of this? Try to make sure you guys are unmuted. Bill, Brandon, Jesse, Willie. It's pretty incredible. Like I said, every day I'm really, like I said, I started getting these in my email on Friday. And so I've got 3 days worth so far. I said it does take a couple of days to a couple of weeks maximum for your buy boxes and all your markets to really embed and start generating. But in about 3 weeks time frame, if you do 10 or 12 sessions, it's going to know you, it's going to predict you, it's going to help you find exactly what and we're talking exact. It's going to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Now, if like I said, if a market's kind of short on some inventory, then you just want to go out and expand a couple of zip codes. Like tomorrow, I'm going to add 7 more, so I'll go to 14. Eventually, I'll probably have 20, 25 zip codes in my area. And I'm not, and obviously, I'll put these leads out. It'll actually generate them and produce because it's going to produce a report. I'll post that every day when these leads come out. So if anybody's interested in virtual wholesaling in my area, let me know. You guys can go through Danny to help buy them, to acquire them. It's going to take a minute to do the virtual. So like I said, it's just incredible what it's producing so far. And I'm pretty happy with it. So I hope you guys are too. I think, and if you guys need it, anybody needs, I know. Bill, have you been able to I need to send you the PDF on how to do that, how to set this up. I know I think everybody else here has it. So I'll make sure I get that PDF to you. You guys do need GPT-5 with OpenAI. And so you probably, if you don't have it, I know everybody else has it. I think it's only Bill that does it, but you guys, if you guys go and get it, it's $20 a month. Get the GPT-5 first, and then use the link that I give you, the PDF kit. And then that does, because you guys, some of the people had difficulty because I did build this in GPT-4 before Omni, which is the legacy model, because 5 wasn't out yet. 5's only been out like 3 weeks. So some people were getting onto 4 now. If anybody joins it and gets on and they're on 4, then just hit me up and I've got the quick fix. If the quick fix doesn't work, then you just want to screenshot it and then go to support@openai.com, send it. Be prepared to get an answer back in about 30 seconds to a minute. I'm pretty sure they're also using AI, but I literally got up to go get a drink and I came back and they already had an answer to me. I'm like, wow, that's like incredible customer service for tech support. So like I said, if anybody, if you guys know anybody, this is going to be awesome. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, I'm seeing every morning, and it's being a little bit slow on the visual. Let's see if it'll actually, sometimes it doesn't let you talk to it while it's doing the visual, like now. So I'm gonna now keep in mind it doesn't have emotion. You can put like 3 things. You can put the same thing in like 3 times in like 5 minutes. It never gets angry. There's sometimes I thought I'd start smoking. So I'm like, fuck, my computer's smoking because I pissed off AI. It doesn't do that. You guys, you can play chess with it, but it doesn't know what chess is. It doesn't know what day it is. It doesn't, so it's still a machine, but it gets to know you. It gets to know you. It starts predicting your deals. It starts predicting your deal flow. It starts finding your leads. This thing's going to take over. If we had 1,000 people in this, I guarantee you a lot of people out there, a lot of people will get pissed pretty quick because a lot of properties are not going to be out there for the PropTech companies to pick up and sell to 100 people. That's what they do, or they get, how many people are on Deal Machine or Propster, and it's you guys are going to get these properties probably 30 to 45 days before they even see them. So that's a huge thing. So I know it's a little slow. It sucks sometimes a little slow. Let me go back to this while it's doing that. So I'll go back and show you guys. Obviously Zillow and PropStream. lifetime access. There's no point leads. You guys are already on this. You guys are speaking with choir. But we'll try to show you guys a few things real quick while it's kind of figuring out the visual. Visuals can be slow sometimes, just so you guys know, just to be prepared. Sometimes they can be off too, like you get one that's like 99%. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's my logic. So here it did. It actually gave me the exact neighborhoods even. I just put the zip codes in. Golden, Colorado, Coors is there. It actually gives you the description of affluent area, steady demand, mix of single family, multifamily, and rentals, strong owner occupant base plus investor interest. Gets 80223 Asmar Park, Ruby Hill. It's in Denver, Valverde. It's over by, if you guys ever see a Denver map, it's over by Santa Fe, which runs north to south. Major Santa Fe is a major street. 80227 Bear Valley and Lakewood. It's a nice area, solid working class area. A lot of firefighters and police officers live there. Belmar and Lakewood is a retail and lifestyle hub. See a lot of mixed use, multifamily. It's an older area. Green Mountain is a huge area, older area, 6th Avenue corridor. More Green Mountain. Then you get down at 80127 Kankara, Littleton, family oriented, larger single family homes. Good for flips, midterm rentals, high dollar wholesaler. So it's going to give you on your zip codes, it's going to give you pretty much a description of those neighborhoods. 80217 is also good because they're usually about $1 million to about 5 million. In the Ken Carl area, there's a couple like Colorado Avalanche players and Denver Broncos players that live there. And down at and then they also have Lockheed. So Lockheed facility down at Deer Creek Mesa. There's a lot of people that work up for Lockheed. So why it works inside, it's on the Denver, Lakewood, Golden, Littleton corridor. This is giving me a class. It's giving me all 3 class markets. It's giving me A's, B's, and C's, and that's kind of what you guys want. Market's got a buy box builder, overnight deal engine will service different profiles here. 80223. It's going to give you this. I mean, you put these zip codes in. It's going to tell you what's going on there. Distressed, off market, rental heavy. 80227, 226, bread and butter, flips and wholesales. 228, 127, higher end appreciation, retail buyers. 401, golden, investor plus owner occupied. So it's going to tell you, update your buy box, add these zip codes, run market scout on them. Do your recon agent, set up your lender matcher, outreach agent, bundle in your toolboxes. Cool. We're not going to go too much longer. We're having 3 sessions this week. So, and you guys know, so I changed it so that we don't have the registration link anymore. If anybody from outside the group wants to get on, they can contact me. I'll give the link. I think some people were having a problem with the link. They thought that they just, it's just a different process when people have to register. So now, just to make it easier, like I said, we're doing Mondays and Wednesdays. That is one link, one separate link, and you guys, it'll be posted in the group. And then Thursday night will be that separate link. Because on Mondays and Wednesdays, we might have guests, people that are outside the group looking at it. So this is your agent setup guide for residents and associates, plug in, deploy, scale. So you guys can set up a lot more. I mean, literally you could go 300 or 400 agents. You can have a lot of stuff and you can string them together and have them hand off to each other. So all the agents can actually do work for you. You can connect them. And like I said, you can go to sleep and 5 or 6 of these will work on your deals. You'll wake up and you'll have deals ready to go. Agents in RCIC are like a relay team. Each one handles a specific stage of the deal pipeline. Market scout, recon agent, offer generator, lender matcher, outreach agent. Pro tip, don't script recon, garbage in, garbage out. Recon is your quality gate. So remember number 2, recon agent. Verifies ownership, your liens, your ARV, repairs, and fit score. Never leave out recon agent. And you guys can just set this all up yourselves, and I'll make sure I'll get you guys the PDF tonight as soon as we're done. Deploying an agent, open your market room, assign to recon agent. It's going to tell you all that. Trigger your offer generator, run lender matcher, all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and just have it generate generate a PDF. So if you guys have any questions, I don't think we're going to go too much longer. This will be a short session. We'll have probably another half hour, 45 minutes on Wednesday, and then we'll probably go an hour on Thursday. If anybody needs help, I know Willie, do you still need help getting your agent set up? Because I'll send this to you as soon as we're done, and Brandon as well, and Bill and Marlis. I'll make sure you guys have this. Because once you get your agents, you get R6 set up and you got all your agents deployed, all your buy boxes and all your markets set up, you're going to be, if you do it, you follow the PDF, you're going to have a surplus of opportunities. So I could potentially be getting 150 to 200 leads a month from this. So I'm going to go back to my live session and see if it's got my visual. It's still generating my visual. That's why I'm not doing another visual. It's been slow today. Cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to process this in and you generate episodes for this session. So it's going to generate the YouTube assets. So it's already got my title. It's SEO friendly. It's got my description. I'll copy and code. It's got the links for people that are outside the group. It's got all my tags, all my hashtags ready. And it's going to do my pin comment, which you put in your as the first comment after it loads and the video is ready to go on YouTube. I can put in a pin comment. So it's the first comment. And then, yes, I'll have it generate the thumbnail. So cool. Anybody got any questions? Like I said, I'm just going to go short tonight a little bit just because I know we're coming off the weekend and all that. Anybody got? So if you guys got anything, suggestions or things like that, let me know. Hey Brandon, what's up? I just saw your video. It's like,
Not much, brother. I appreciate it, man. That's awesome.
yeah, it's getting better and better. So like I said, getting your market set up, your buy boxes, get all your agents going, and you guys will you'll wake up every morning. Like I just those ones I posted the last 2 days. Like I said, you just got to keep in mind it's the only delay is the local government, whoever has the filings, the courts. That's the only delay. This doesn't have a delay, our stuff. So it's just that they don't put them on right away or something like that. As they delay them, and their employees suck or something, then that's a delay. But yeah, I'm getting stuff tomorrow. I'll probably see Fridays because Jefferson County is usually they open on they close early on Friday at our county, so they may not. That's why they don't come out on Monday. They probably process them today. Any foreclosures, and obviously the courts are different than the clerk and recorder here. I don't know how they're. Like I said, we can't go across the country and know everything that everybody's doing, but it's pretty cool. I potentially will see about 150 leads a month, which is pretty good. And I'm being wide open because I'm not actually doing any pursuing these. So what I'll do is my leads, if they're really good deals, is I'll just make them available to anybody that wants to virtually do them in the group. So that way, I just try to make sure I'm testing everything before anybody else does it. So that's pretty cool. So I'm pretty happy with everything. So yeah, we're gonna go probably 45 minutes to an hour on Wednesday, and then probably an hour and a, we can go longer too. If people have deals, ideally what I like to do is get like 10 people, 15 people, 20. And the more the group grows, and we get a lot more people coming on now, a lot more people in the group are getting on board. Be able to have everybody working on their deals while I'm working on the bigger picture stuff that I can be, kind of like making sure the tools are still there and stuff. Sometimes like home base the tools, which really doesn't, apply too much to real estate on the home base side, because the tools aren't getting used. Sometimes they don't go away, but sometimes the numbers might change. Like 205 594 might be 481 tomorrow or something. It just depends that they have to be used. The real estate tools are now getting used, at least the core tools. So they're always going to stay consistent, but keep in mind we have 699. So the more people use them, the better. I encourage people to go around, even if you're not doing assisted living, go check out, go ask it about assisted living and stuff like that. Go ask it about, glamping, things like that, just out of the blue, because that'll help everybody. You don't have to do anything. You can just go get, hey, give me like a 5-minute rundown on how to set up a deal for glamping. And most people don't know what glamping is. but it's pretty cool. We had a guy actually join last year in June 2024 who was doing glamping. He got his deals funded. Pretty cool. So he has some very high-end campgrounds. They're all ADA compliant and all that. He's building 3 of them. So it's pretty cool. I looked into that. I was like, holy crap, that's like almost expensive like having an RV. I don't know if I'd rather have an RV. No, these are nice. They were they were mirrored. So that they were in the forest, so they would reflect the trees and stuff off them, so they could kind of blend in. And you had a plan for them to be ADA compliant. And you had to, and all of our stuff, all the assisted living, glamping, everything. I made sure that I put all the references to ADA and fire code and all that other stuff. So everything in our learning center, people should just check out the learning center. Like I said, I encourage people to spend a little time go and learn something in real estate you don't know or something, even if you're not interested to pursue it. It's always good to know about it, and then you can kind of direct to people. People are interested. They show interest in Facebook groups. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with everything. Jesse, what's going on? How's all your background? What's new? Bill, what's going on in California? Let's see if we're on the roads. But yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, we'll try to go, about 45 minutes an hour on Wednesday, and then Thursday will be the big associate session. If people want to start, like, we can, like I said, we can do 2 or 3 hours some night. We may not even do 3 sessions a week, but I want to make sure that we're available to, Mondays and at least a couple days a week just to help people. And if people need help getting their agents set up and all that stuff. But it's going pretty smooth so far. Once everybody's on 5 and they know they're on 5, I think everything smooths out. So, all right. Well, I'm going to see everybody on Wednesday. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Then Thursday will be the big night. So I'll talk to everybody then Wednesday night. Cool.
So, guys.